Bonsai, good morning grinders, C3, Eagle Fangs, Miyagi Does, and Cobras of course. It is a Monday, and I have got a lot to unpack this morning, so I'm going to try and get it fast. First thing, Friday was a rough day. It's one of those days where things just seem to go wrong no matter what. And I talked in the video about the tonal not working, and got a hold of them at the end of the day. The customer service was great, and just needed a battery changed. That little clicker thing didn't look big enough to have a battery compartment, but it's got one, and that was the entire issue. So once I changed that, it works fine. You know, can't blame something for batteries wearing out, because they wear out all the time. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. The other thing, you know, someone has mentioned to me that maybe they don't feel like they have as much right to grieve or whatever, you know, but yet they're still having a really hard time with all this. And all I can say is, in our world today, there are people who believe they are a tree and expect to be treated as if they are a tree. So you should be allowed to grieve anyway and however you want. That's my feeling on it. Important safety trip. Do not try to do any home improvements if you might have had a little bit to drink. I did that on Friday. Ended up drilling into a water line. Kind of flooded part of the house for a little bit. We were able to get it fixed, but I was impatient. I was very frustrated that whole day, and might have made a few mistakes along the way. I got one other thing to share real quick. Apparently, my brother had a katana, samurai sword, whatever you want to call it. This thing. It's pretty neat. It is an actual blade. It has a dragon as the guard. Then there's dragons on the handle. This is pretty neat. I don't think it's a high dollar one, but it's pretty special to me. Now, am I going to practice the black belt sword form with this? No! No. Because I still remember what I did drilling into the water line upstairs. So, we're not going to try and make that mistake. If I were to practice with this down here, I might cut Bob, or I might cut myself. So, nope, we'll stick with the plastic for now. But anyway, this is a long process, the grieving. It never goes away. You have ups and downs, and I'm just trying to focus on the ups as much as I can. And I'm probably going to put this back up on Facebook, because even though no one from the church has necessarily joined and is watching, there are other people on Facebook who watch it, that maybe once in a while they want to hear something. And I've always wanted to be positive here, so I'm just going to try and keep doing that. So that's what I've got to unpack today. We're going to work on the forms. So, bonsai, let's get to it. Alexa, play. Alright, trying to do something a little bit different here, in that I end up talking in the middle of this thing. This is song number 3, which I feel I have a pretty good handle on. I think I mostly know the moves. Now it's just a matter of making them look better, you know, and getting the hesitation and the kicks better. Again, this is early in the morning. I'm not fully warmed up, so that's why the kicks look rather bad. But it is what it is. And here I'm trying to remember, you know, what I'm doing. Again, it's early in the morning, and I don't always remember everything. So, there's that. And I felt decent.
about song 3. Had to move the water jugs out of the way, and the noise you kind of hear, the static like in the background. We have a dehumidifier down in the basement, and it was running. So now this is in WA 2, and I definitely feel like I'm really good at the first part of it, but I don't know the whole thing. I've got to practice a little more, especially here. I really mess up. It's like, wait a minute, where am I going here? Kind of mixed forms there a little bit. Now this is definitely in WA 2, and I get through the first part of it, but then I forget. For the first half of it, I know it pretty well. But I'm getting ready to screw up here. I get to this part, and I know I shut the door. What's next? I'm trying to remember. Is it a double knife here? What? Just leading sidekick? What do we do? I just couldn't remember. So, all right, be right back. All right, kind of messed that up because I thought that's where I cut out and talked, but nope, it's coming up here. So anyway, like I said, I got the first half of this down pretty good, but I'm not too worried because I have until October before we test on this. So, and it's not my first time seeing and doing this form. Truth be told, I probably should know it better than I do, and it's right there where I mess up because I know where they call it closing the door, but what do I do after that? I know most of the moves, I just don't know that I have the sequence quite right. And I know I need to do a square block and then a high-low block, and I need some work on this clearly because I don't quite have it yet. But that's why we practice. And it's fun doing these. So, be right back. Alright, I'm going to have to go back and work on that one a little more because I'm not remembering it. So, I get so far, but that's why we practice. Got to keep going. So, a few kicks on Bob and then we'll go upstairs and do the workout. Alexa, play. Okay, just working on the old kicks again here, and finally realized I probably ought to adjust the camera so you can see poor old Bob. Bob's getting a rather dirty chest. I need to wash him. So, maybe I should do the kicks on Bob first, and then start working on the form. And then my kicks in the form would be a little better. Because as you warm up the legs and everything, you know, things get warm and stretched, you can kick a little higher, a little better. So maybe that's what I ought to do on Wednesday. I will see if I can remember. But then again, I've been saying for weeks I'm going to remember to change the tonal workout. I still haven't done that. Maybe later today I will. One thing we are planning for today is to go see that new Marvel movie, the Karate Kung Fu one. Taking the grandson to go see that. And it's a little bittersweet. I'm excited to go. I'm excited to take the grandson to go see it. But, you know, if my brother were here, I'd definitely know I'd be taking him and my niece. But I didn't call her mom to see if she could go because they're in another city about 20-40 minutes away, and I just didn't know if they'd be able to come in. And I'm trying not to overdo it on that yet. You know, they're going through their own stuff, and sometimes you need a little bit of space. So, here I'm just trying to work on my roundhouse kicks, using the chair, so that I can get the form and hit with my toes curled back. And now I'm trying to do these stinking hook kicks, which I have so much trouble with. But I think right now they're better than they were, you know, 3 weeks ago. So it's a slow process, but I'm trying to get better at it. But anyway, that's it for this part. We'll see you upstairs in just a minute. Okay, that's all I'm doing down here for today. So, crank you up a little bit. Banzai. We'll see you upstairs.
for part 2. Alright, Bonsai, welcome back, grinders, C3, Cobras, Miyagi-Dos, and of course Eagle Fangs. We're up to the second of 3 sets. Feeling pretty good. The tonal's working perfectly. You know, I was having a bad day Friday, and when I was having an issue with it working, I overreacted. Imagine that. Sometimes emotions get the better of you, and it did me on Friday, more than once. I got through the customer service pretty quick. I mean, they said they were having a higher than expected volume of calls or something like that, but everything you call into says that, it seems like. But I wasn't on hold more than 2 minutes. And then I got an actual person who was very kind and quite quickly walked me through it and told me how to find the battery. Let me show you this thing. This is the barbell clicker. See, it's just a little thing, but it does click open, and there is a little battery compartment in here. I did not know that. And the difference between this morning and last couple weeks is night and day. I mean, now it turns on and off. For a while there, I kind of had to hold it to turn it on and turn it off. That's just because the battery was wearing down. Tonal's working great. I love this machine. It has been a fantastic investment for me. So, enough gabbing. I'm going to put this back on, pop the buds in, and we'll get to working out. So, Bonsai. Let's hope we get a good song. Not really.
Alright, so away we go. I got to move things around to get started. First thing, of course, is the squat. And, you know, that's one thing I love about this machine is the versatility. Now, they want you to do a front squat, but I don't see why I can't put the barbell on my back and do regular squats. It works. I haven't had any issues with it. And I think I'm getting pretty good. You know, I'm fairly low. I know other people can go deeper, but for my age and my fitness level, I think I'm doing pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Everything here is supposed to be 8 reps because this is the middle set. And Tonal is increasing the weights on me. Every day it gets just a little bit harder. As you'll see when we get to the incline chest press, I really struggle. I couldn't even do all 8. So, yeah, I love this machine. It really works you. It's not just simplicity, you know, simple push and go grunt. Although I do a lot of grunting. That's part of the reason that I faded out and do the voiceover. See, feeling kind of pumped there. And what do we got here? Oh, we got the bicep curls. Yeah, of course, we've got to love these. But yeah, you can just do so much with it. And no, I am not in any way affiliated with Tonal. They're not paying me. They're not sponsoring me. I don't even have the affiliate thing, so that if you click through my name and order one, I get like a little gift certificate for their store. I don't even have that. Okay? I really, this is all honest truth of what I feel about it. So, these, I think I could be doing better on this. I'm probably not bent over far enough, and the weight is definitely not high enough. This one I've got to increase on my own, because I do think that's too easy. But, it is what it is. And I think, you know, a lot of times after a month or so, I'll change the workout up a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this one through the month of September, because I pretty much like it. So, I guess that's a shot of my butt. I didn't really mean to do that. I don't really have much of one, but there it is anyway. So, now we're going to go into the handles, and you know, there's batteries in those too, and they can sometimes wear out. It was a little more obvious to me when they wore out, but I can't say enough good things about, you know, Tonal customer service. At least when you call them when you have an issue, they get right on it. I can tell you, I bought a new computer. It arrived on Friday, and I was having issues. Like I said, Friday was a bad day all around, and I tried calling their customer service, and they close at 6, but it was 5:30 their time. I know it was, and they already had it shut off. You know, they took off early for the weekend, and that's not very good customer service. You know, most of us that have jobs out there, we don't get to take off early unless, you know, it's vacation or an emergency. We got to work the full shift. So Tonal has people there all the time. Well, they're not 24 hours a day, but they're there till like midnight their time. There's only like 5 or 6 hours that they're not open, and that just happens to be when I get up in the morning, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning to work out. So I didn't move the camera for this because I thought, you know what I'm doing, and if you are this far into it, you don't care to see that little bit anyway. But that's the workout for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Alright, here we go. I know this has been kind of a long one today, but it is what it is. I still got one set to go. Anyway, bonsai. There's your flex. I'll give you a small woo. Bonsai, have a great day. We'll see you either Tuesday or Wednesday. Bonsai.